Welcome to the Criminal Defense Advocate channel. I'm attorney coach James Fifelski, and today I want to focus on the power of belief for criminal defense attorneys, because I think it is one of the most critical starting points for becoming successful, not only financially as a defense attorney, but successful in terms of the results that you will obtain for your clients. We all know that doing criminal defense work can be difficult because we are often on the side of the underdog, the people who are charged with all sorts of crimes, and especially when they're serious crimes that people in society look down on, people who are thrown into the category of someone like a child abuser or even a pedophile or a rapist. But when we as criminal defense attorneys remember some of the basic foundational elements of the justice system, our clients are presumed innocent until proven guilty. We can start there in terms of calibrating our focus on the right things instead of just listening to the people in society that are judging our clients for accusations when there's no proof. There's no trial yet, but people are always quick to judge. So how is the power of belief so critical? The power of belief in achieving what seems to be impossible is vital for us as defense attorneys. It's like David and Goliath, the story out of the Bible, the Old Testament, where the young David saw Goliath the giant and his army. And even though all of the other adult soldiers, trained soldiers, experienced veteran soldiers of the Israelites were afraid of this army that had Goliath, David, this young shepherd boy, had a belief that he could achieve the impossible because he believed that God was on his side. He believed that he could slay the giant Goliath. And it was the foundation of that belief that he could achieve the impossible that gave him the motivation, the clarity, the power, internal power to do the impossible and slay the giant. And that ultimately gave the victory to the Israelites. And it's such a powerful story because it reminds each and every one of us that even if we just have a tiny spark of belief for our clients being able to get through the criminal justice system unscathed, or in a way that mitigates the future damage to their life from what they have done to something that can be dealt with and they can change and become better people instead of just rotting in prison for decades. Believing that what you can achieve for your clients when you believe the impossible can actually happen is vital, because it's the only thing that will give you the impetus to actually take the steps toward a more powerful outcome and a greater result for your clients. Because on the opposite end of belief is doubt, is unbelief. And as soon as you doubt that you can do something difficult, then you will never take the steps to achieve it. You will get no closer to achieving the impossible by doubting, and therefore you will easily get stuck. And that is what happens with so many good attorneys that I know. They get stuck because they lack the foundation, which is the belief that I can achieve great things for my clients. Even if it's not popular among the prosecutors in this county, even if I'm dealing with a difficult judge, I can achieve the impossible for my clients, because as soon as I believe that I can achieve it, then I believe there's a way up that mountain. Just like a mountain climber, if you believe that you can scale that mountain peak, Even though you can't see exactly where you're going to get a foothold at each and every point of this mountain from where you stand at the bottom, but your belief that you can climb the mountain will give you the ability to take the steps that are necessary to actually climb the mountain. To focus on the right things. Focus on where can I put my hand to hold on to the next step. Where can I put my foot to get up a little higher? And you go one step at a time. Far too many of us get hung up on a doubt and a disbelief because we don't know how we can obtain the result that we're thinking about. We get hung up on the how instead of the why. And if you know the why can I? Why should I? Why will I get an amazing result for my client? For me, it all starts with because I care about this person. Because I myself have been in situations like that when I was young. And I needed the help of someone who had more experience and who had more belief than I was. Because I was in my teen years when I had legal problems. And it was actually my father who was able to guide me and assist me, as well as my mother, in getting through the legal system, which was so scary at the time. I couldn't have done it on my own. But when I had parents that believed in me and believed that we could get through this without my life taking a major turn for the worse and being affected by criminal convictions at a young age, they believed that was possible and helped me to achieve it. And the same thing is possible and I think vital for us as defense attorneys is to believe that you can achieve the impossible. Why? Because you care for your clients, because you care about the future that they have. And I put myself in their position. When I meet with a new client, I try to understand as much as possible what they went through, what their upbringing was, what challenges they faced, hardships, often economic stressors. I have a client whose father was killed when he was young, who was in the military and experienced serious difficulties, came out with PTSD, and getting very little support in the veteran community. But there's always some backstory, and the more that we take time to understand, because we care about our clients and what happens to them in the legal system when we're representing them in this particular case that we're handling, the more we care, the more reason there is to find a way to achieve the impossible. Because if you care about somebody, just like you care about a sibling or a parent, let's say they were to get arrested or charged with a serious crime, ask yourself, would you treat your parent, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, even a cousin, the same way that you would a total stranger who comes in for legal representation, who's charged with a serious crime? Would you not push yourself to find a way to help your family member more than you would a total stranger? Someone who, if you don't take the time to get to know, you may not have much concern about what happens at the outcome or the final outcome of their case, because you'll never see that person again. But if you can shift from caring about your clients the same way as you would care about your family members, that in and of itself is a game changer. Because as soon as you care, then there is more reason to believe in the impossible, to then take one step at a time to climb the mountain, in this case that you're going to be fighting, to achieve an outcome that is more consistent with the care, the concern, even the love that you have for a family member who's experiencing serious charge. Replicate that with all of your clients. That'll be a total game changer. But if you start with the mentality that I can achieve the impossible, And even if I have setbacks because a prosecutor is refusing to give me what I'm asking for, or a judge is being difficult and shooting down my motions, or you're even preparing for trial and you're not sure how you're going to convince a jury to find your client not guilty. If you believe in everything is possible, everything is possible. You may not know the way to the outcome, but when you believe that it is possible, you will much easier, much more efficiently, much more clearly find the way to that result. And if for some reason you don't achieve exactly what you wanted, because we live in a world that is full of challenges, and in the legal system nothing is guaranteed, and let's just say you don't hit the mark of exactly what you thought you wanted or you believed in you could achieve, I guarantee you 99.9% of the time you will get much further by believing in the impossible and working hard to achieve it than you will ever get if you doubt in a greater outcome or result. If you doubt that you can do this for a client. Because if you doubt, you won't even take the steps to get anywhere close to what the best outcome could be. And as defense attorneys, weren't we all taking an oath when we first got sworn in as attorneys to zealously advocate for our clients? If you remember your oath as a defense attorney, to zealously advocate for, to zealously represent, to fight hard within all the ethical parameters that we have, but nevertheless to fight hard for your clients because their lives matter, then you will have an easier time to believe in achieving the impossible. It all starts with a belief. And if you're struggling to believe that you can do more as a criminal defense attorney because nobody around you seems to have that more unlimited mindset, then stop looking around for cues. Stop looking for permission from other attorneys that you know, or even judges. Don't look for permission. Don't look for guidance from people that have a limited attitude about what is possible. And stop comparing yourself to other people. You are you. You are unique. You can be as powerful as you want to be. The truth is, you design your life, your lifestyle. You decide what you want. No matter what difficulties or obstacles you will face, you can overcome them if you want to. It's just a question of what are you really committed to. But stop listening to the naysayers. Stop paying attention to people that are negative, who are not going to help you get any closer to your goals as an attorney, as an individual. Focus on what you can do, believe in the impossible, and begin to let that belief take shape in your practice with each and every client you meet. And I can guarantee the more that you start to believe in the impossible for a client, and the more you connect with care and concern and compassion and kindness with your clients, the more passionate you will become about representing them, the more fired up you will be about getting results that matter instead of just pushing through another plea bargain. And I get it. We all get a lot of plea agreements. But push for the best plea agreement you can get. Push the envelope for the sake of your client. Zealously advocate for your clients by pushing the envelope to get the best plea agreement you could get, to keep people out of prison, to keep clients out of jail, to protect the integrity of the legal system by being a zealous advocate for your clients as a criminal defense attorney, as an advocate. Listen, I believe in you. I believe that you are powerful. I believe that your success is inevitable if you have this profound belief that all things are possible and you will find the way when you begin to search for the results, the outcomes, the final case results you want for your clients by taking that one step at a time process towards the impossible, towards what is great. And you will experience so much more fulfillment and passion and excitement in your practice. You'll be excited to go back to work tomorrow. And you'll also make more money too. So, focus on believing in the impossible. Take time each day to remind yourself, I can do all things. I am powerful. I am a powerful advocate for my clients. I care about my clients. I want to make a difference for my clients in the legal system, in my community. And the more you set your focus in your mind, in your words, and in your actions on doing the impossible, the more you will bring that about in your life and in your practice, and you will be more successful and fulfilled. These are some of the primary tools, techniques that I've practiced over the last 20 years of my practice. I've been mentored in this by a seasoned, experienced attorney. And I've also mentored and coached other attorneys in this process. It is vital. It is a vital principle. If you want more in your practice, if you want to become more, if you want to make a bigger impact in the legal system, then believe in the impossible and go out and achieve it.